Hello, ladies and gents, and huge apologies. So this morning, my video was trolled, and then what happened was it basically got shut down. Basically, YouTube shut me down, and yeah, didn't like what I was talking about. So I'm just going to bring up into consciousness a few of the things that they didn't like me talking about. First and foremost, we're going to be doing meditations on the 11th of the 11th. So 11th of November, we're going to be doing some meditations. I am going to be leading a meditation at 11 a.m. UK time. Amelia will be leading one at 1:11 EST time, which is 6:11 here in the UK PM. And then there will be another scenario where we're pulling the energies together with Paul Boys. So keep your eyes open for that. There's a flyer that's going through my stories. I am going to do another one today, just so that we can really raise the consciousness on that. But very interesting that we were speaking about this, and then YouTube were like, oh, nope, we're not going to do that. So just sending the platform lots of love, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this video will actually be able to go up. Like I'm saying, guys, I'm really sorry that it's not live. However, I'm just going to quickly go through the questions because I did promise that I would do them. Don't like to let people down. So here we are doing it in the most random way. Was there anything else that I needed to go through? No. Nothing important. Go and watch the new moon and the November energy updates. It will be really, really important for you. So Keith asked me, Lucy, I would like to start a crystal collection. How or where do I start? So what I was saying before my video got cut off is what I would do is go into a crystal shop and allow your intuitive juices to flow. Go to where the crystals feel right for you, because that will be intuitively what your body knows that you need to heal. And then ask the person in the shop to maybe write down some names for you so you can do the research, or ask them what their healing qualities are. There is a few things that I personally would recommend that you have in your home. The first thing is tourmaline in the corners of your property. I personally have tourmaline in the corners of my bedroom as well. Then I have amethyst, rose quartz, and I have smoky quartz. They are like my four stable. Trust me, I've got loads of other things, but if I was going to suggest just getting things to, you know, help you with day-to-day life, maybe a bit of protection, things like that, they're the crystals that I would recommend. Okay, so Keith, I know you heard part of that on the video, so hopefully that's closed it out for you. Okay, really good question. I know that a lot of other people ask me about crystals as well, so it's really, really great that you asked that. Again, I've got a question from Mel. Mel has basically asked, Lucy, how do you do your protection ritual and what crystals do you use? Also, when cleansing, do you use the whole stick, and which brand do you use? Okay, really good question. So first and foremost, let's start at the end. First and foremost, when I am cleansing my space, no, I don't use the whole stick. What I do is I cleanse until my space is feeling cleansed, and then I put it out. It's very rare that I need to use a whole stick of sage, but you, depending on the size of your property, depends on what you're doing, depends on how you feel with it. Trust your intuition, babe. Honestly, you do know the answer. I actually tend to use Palo Santo a lot more than sage when I'm blitzing things. So when I first moved into this new place, I blitzed the energy so that obviously I could welcome in the new energies, and that's when I use sage. But now I'm in here, I've got all of my protection set up. The only time I would use sage is if somebody came in here that perhaps had lower vibrational energy. The only people that know where I live and come into my apartment are people with high vibration, you know, obviously because I invite them in. But say, for example, there was a viewing, or maybe there was I don't know, an inspection or something on my property, what I would do after that is sage. Okay, so just a bit of information for you. Crystals, I've just given you a few that I would start with, but like I say, go into a crystal shop, remove all attachment to colors, remove all attachment to the things that you know, go in there and allow your body to physically show you what you need, other than obviously the basics that I've given you. How do I do my daily protection rituals? So what I would suggest to you all, when you wake up in the morning, just almost brush off your energy field, just flick anything that may be on there away, and then you can obviously just do a cut. If there is anything that is linked to you, you can just literally cut like that, and you will see and you will feel that your energy has been cut from anything that may have attached to you overnight. And then another really, really simple thing that you can do is you can just close your eyes and you can just envisage yourself in a really, really beautiful healing bubble of light. Pick your color, do what works for you, and literally just see yourself. There's many other things that you can do. You can cloak yourself up. Like, there's so many things that you can do. The issue that I've got with sharing it on an open platform like YouTube is obviously nefarious things happen on platforms like this. So I'm just going to give you a really basic one. And then maybe what I will do is in conscious conversations or something like that, I will go a little bit deeper at some point when the time is right. So Mel, I hope that's helped you, my lovely. Next question is from Emily. What is the best way to work with you, Lucy? So as you guys know, there's many ways to work with me. First and foremost, the breakthrough experience. It is a 5-day course that you can do for yourself, £7.77. You know, the reason I priced it so cheaply is so it's accessible to anybody to have a breakthrough. Okay. The next thing that I would recommend, if you like this kind of conversation, if you like my woo-woo stuff, if you like the stuff that I do around higher consciousness, please come along to Conscious Conversations. It's £11.11 per month. Okay, you get 4 Zoom calls each. Every Monday you get a Zoom call with me, essentially, where I just speak to you guys about stuff that I've channeled, stuff that I feel needs to be brought up into consciousness. Really cheap. Anyone is welcome in there. The next thing is Self-Love Club Hangs. Obviously, like we did on Tuesday last week, I spoke about inner child healing. I broke you guys through, I raised your consciousness, and then I helped you break through all of your limiting beliefs. And, you know, some of you have had huge breakthroughs. That's literally a 2-3 hour seminar. The next one I will be doing is on my birthday, which is the 2nd of February, 2022. Why? Because the numbers, 2222, they're my numbers. So I was told by my guides that a really, really beautiful energy portal will help people break through. And I'm actually, at the moment, I'm feeling it's going to be on love, but I'll let my guides direct me further. Mindset Experience, it's a 30-day program. You can sign up to it on my website. You don't have any involvement with me other than on videos, but I basically give you 30 days worth of content to literally help you break through the human mind. And then there is my 12-month membership program. So my 12-month membership program starts in June. You need to get on the waiting list if that is something that you are drawn to do. It's about ascension. It's about reprogramming every area of your life where you have been programmed. People join it and they're like, oh my God, 12 months is such a long time. People drop out in month number 1 because it's all about smashing through the ego and people can't handle it. But that's why I put it first. You know, I want the people that are serious about going on this journey to be on this journey. I'm not here to, you know, nurture people and manage people's, like, you know, drag people through. It's down to them to do it. If you join the 12-month program, I really recommend that you stick for the whole program. If people drop out, tends to be around ego, tends to be around they've been triggered about something. As soon as you drop out, you're going back to where you were before you started the program. Save your money, ladies and gents, is all I say. Join the program and do the whole thing and expect your life to completely transform. Or if you're somebody that's just like, oh, I'm just going to go along and see what happens for a month or two, please know that you're not going to get the breakthroughs. It's been designed the way that it's been designed for a reason. The other thing that is coming out at the start of 2022 is my brand spanking new 8-week program. I'm not going to share the name yet. But it's a brand new program. Now, the way that that program will work is you have videos from myself and you have a coach on one-to-one that helps you step through that process. Okay. So Emily, I hope that helps. If there's anything else, I mean, obviously I've got affirmation cards, hoodies and products and things like that on my website, www.lucydavis.com. If any of you guys want to investigate further into any of that, super cheap options all the way through to super expensive options. So, you know, like I do try and cater for everything. So I had a beautiful email from Julie, and basically within this, her question was, or her point was, my question is about the magnetic pole reversal, something that I have recently become aware of. Do you know anything about this? Have your guides told you anything? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is not my bag. This is not my bag. I've been shown a belief, and I've been shown actually it's not a belief, it's a perspective. I've been shown a perspective on New Earth. I've been shown how that looks, and how the Earth looks, but I've never investigated it. But the fact that you've brought it up into my consciousness, I don't question that it's going to come up soon. So when something comes through for me, Julie, I will absolutely bring it into your consciousness. Just be very aware that obviously science has been inverted, like love has been inverted, like the medicine has been inverted. So just anything like that, just take it with a pinch of salt, babe. Your intuition knows what you feel. You know, you know what you need to get out of it. So I will have a look into that as and when it comes up with my guides. And obviously I'll come back to you, darling, as soon as I can. Maybe I'll do a video on it in the future. But it's not something that's in my consciousness right at this precise moment in time. I'm not going to go into flat earth or anything like that right now, but yeah, it's just something that's not in my conscious right now, sweetheart. Okay. So another question I had was from a gentleman, I believe a gentleman called Chris. The name was Chris anyway. What happened to the divine masculine discussion? Really good question, Chris. So I was due to be filming the divine masculine conversation on the Tuesday that my laptop crashed. So obviously that postponed it for a couple of days because my laptop crashed. But like I was sharing on Sunday service live before it got taken down, I don't monetize my YouTube channel, and I tend to work with people. There's a couple of people that I work with that do, but I tend to work with people that don't monetize their channels. So they're actually running businesses and stuff, and doing other things as well. So it's obviously taken a little bit of time to free up our diaries and to get our diaries back in alignment. I'm not going to give you the date, but it is booked in and it is coming soon. So please be patient, babe, and it will come out to you. I totally agree that we need to be doing much more of this stuff. So please just be patient. Give it a little while, just in case it gets stopped again. But I'm not going to give you the date until it's done, so that obviously, fingers crossed, it will happen. All right. Really good question, though. Sarah asked, why do people, let's start again. So Sarah asked the question of, why do people keep changing their dates and times? Really good question. So she actually referred to a few people, but I've cut that out because it's just not appropriate. My personal perspective, my personal belief is that times are shifting constantly at the moment. We're actually stepping away from linear time, which means that everything we know and love about time is being dissipated, it's being dismantled, okay? So for me to be able to sit here and say, oh, April 2020 is going to be the date that things are going to be done, actually, the April bit might be right, but it's we don't really know about the year. If you go for a tarot reading, they always manage your expectations and say, look, I could be 12, 18 to 18, 24 months out, but it's going to be within that kind of 2-year period. And I think that this is what needs to be taking place. People really do need to be stepping away from timelines. The reason I share certain things that I believe are going to happen in months during my energy updates and stuff is it's more around the energies that are shifting rather than specific events. I have been known to share specific events. You know, when this started back in 2020, I remember saying, oh, don't worry, this will all be over by April, like it'll all be over by Easter, because I was given Easter very clearly. But obviously Easter 2020 has been and gone. Easter 2021 has been and gone. So I don't know, maybe it's Easter 2022, but I was given Easter as a really, really important pivotal time for things to be shifting. So I guess people are winging it. I guess people have these intuitive feels, or they have these downloads, or they're given information. But then you must remember that there's many things that are manipulating the timelines right now. So we may be stepping into something huge, and then something over here happens. And for, you know, the benefit of humanity, we have to stop this because this is going to disrupt this over here. So I'm trusting at the moment. I'm surrendering to the time. I'm not getting caught up and hooked into the times, because I know it's an out of date program that we're running. However, it's a real program program that we are running right now. As we step further through this, we're going to realize quite how many programs, quite how much mind control, and quite how influence that we've been through these things. But really good question, Sarah. Let me know in the comments if you've got any more that you would like me to answer on that, sweetheart, as with anybody that I've spoken to so far. The next question I've got, well, yeah, it is a question, is from somebody called Claire, who basically said, Lucy, would you be open to working together? As I always say to people when they ask if they can work with me, submit a proposal to support@lucydavis.com. My assistant will read it and obviously share with me if she thinks it's something that is valuable or something that will help the collective. And then I will obviously have a discussion with you if that feels right. I'm going to be honest, I've been asked to do a lot of speaking recently and I've been really rubbish and not come back to people. So I've been so busy filming and doing other things and, coaching people and running my programs. It's been really difficult to go back to people. So I promise I will get better. If you put it through support, my assistant will speak with me. However, it's then down to me to act on it. So I apologize if it takes a little bit of time with that. But if anybody's got any proposals, please do message support@lucydavis.com. Okay, next question is from Lisa. So Lisa basically asked, or she basically shared some insights. She loves children, blah, 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 blah. Her other passion is Reiki, medicines and healing. She would love to learn Reiki. How can I make these two dreams happen? Okay, this is what she's basically saying. How can I help the children, and how can I, utilize healing and medicines and that kind of stuff to make a dream come true? My response to you, as it is with absolutely everybody, Lisa, is you've got to start. Stop waiting for the how it's going to happen in your mind. Just start. If you want to learn Reiki, start learning Reiki, start doing certain things, be around Reiki healers, like understand what it is that they do, like figure out whether you feel the attunements for Reiki are the right thing for you, or maybe if it's something else, a different type of healing that you want to use. You've got to start. When I started this journey for myself personally, I thought I was going to be a nutritionist. I thought I was going to be a health coach. And actually, the reality is, I don't do any of those things. Yes, I help people nutritionally when that comes up. Yes, I help people, heal their human physical vessels. But essentially, long story short, I help identify emotional trauma, and I've created programs that help you identify your emotional trauma so that you can break through. What am I? I don't even know what I am. So let's release these buckets of names and these labels that we've put on us and just recognize that we're here as a servant and we're going to do the work. If you are meant to merge your two hobbies, the path will lay itself out. As you guys know, I'm Reiki attuned. I, help people heal their vessels. I help people with emotional trauma. I'm a spiritual mentor to thousands of people around the world. Okay, but I didn't set out to do that. So just surrender and say, show me what it is that you want me to do. And you'll start stepping down a path. And then all of a sudden, doors will open, opportunities will arise, and you will start navigating in a way that maybe you didn't see possible before. So please, please, please surrender, babe, is what I'm going to say to you, and start taking action. Okay, now I got this question here from Martin. Lucy, why is it that when we are aware of our traumas, aspects of ourselves that we don't like or cause us discomfort or repetitive negative patterns, do we continue to manifest them or manifest situations that perpetuate our own suffering despite our desires to change? Why are we so comfortable with our own discomfort? Really good question, Martin. Really, really, really good question. We have been conditioned so heavily to live in these programs. Okay, we have actually been shown that we are comfortable to be unhappy with how we look. So let's look at food for an example. Okay, I know hundreds of women in the past that have come to me and they're like, Lucy, I need to lose some weight. Like, I really need to lose weight. And I'm like, okay, how much, like, how desperate are you to do this? Because I need to know how connected they are to this. Oh my God, Lucy, I would give anything for it. And then what happens is they start on a program or they start on a healthy eating thing, and then something will happen, a curveball will come from the universe to see how serious they are, and they will go and have a chocolate bar, or they will go and indulge in something like alcohol or something like that, which is laden with sugar and that is obviously detrimental to our health. So this is it. Our ego, our comfort in everything that we've been shown. Oh, alcohol's not that bad. You know, smoking weed isn't that bad. Oh, sugar's not that bad. Why would the government legalize it if it was that bad? You know, so what we basically do is we cling on to that little bit of, you know, the government say it's okay, or whoever says it's okay, which actually blocks us stepping forwards. We need to recognize that we have been, like, we're living in a total illusion that everything needs to be collapsed. And actually, there are a lot of people out there that are saying, you know, this subject needs to be raised and this can't be true. And politics and systems and medicine and, you know, educational, it all needs to be collapsed. But actually, what we should be using this time to do right now is collapsing the systems within us. Okay, what is it that I'm attached to? And Martin, I'll be honest with you, it's always emotional trauma. You are always attached to part of your ego story, part of your inner child story that has served for maybe 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years plus. Okay, so it's actually bringing the consciousness on what it is that we're doing, going back to where that, you know, like I like to explain that it's an emotional jukebox. You go back to that record, you pick up that record and you drop it in, and it's not a conscious thing that you do. You do this because your body has a physical reaction. Maybe your gut starts crunching, or maybe you feel a bit sick, or maybe you feel the anger rage starting to come up. It's that reaction that we've programmed over the years, and until we can, you know, change that physical reaction and that chemical reaction within our body, we continue to relive it and relive it and relive it. And when I talk about we live on a loop, that's what I'm talking about here. Okay, so really interesting. My new 8-week program will help you smash, I was going to say some rude words there, but it will help you smash it out of the park if you feel drawn to do it. My 12-month program absolutely does that as well. But again, a lot of people want short and sharp, but it is very sharp, very, very, very sharp. Even my coaches are like, wow. And they've been through my 12-month program and they've worked with me. So, you know, you can imagine how impactful and full on that program is going to be. I hope that's answered your question, Martin. Please do let me know. It's 11:11. How interesting. Please do let me know if you need any more information in the comments. So I've got a big long list from Peter. A lot of it is suggestions for things which I'm always open to. One thing that I just wanted to touch on, he made a suggestion around my Instagram. I physically cannot upload Instagram TVs. I don't know why they removed that functionality. So all I can do is go live or post a 1-minute video at the moment. I'm asking somebody's looking at it to see if we can unpick it and unwind it and I can actually get that functionality back. But right now, babe, unfortunately, all I can do is do what I do, which is live videos. So I would prefer to be doing just short, sharp videos, because I would actually like to advertise my YouTube channel on there and vice versa, so that, you know, just little snippets of videos like this I could put on my YouTube, on my Instagram channel. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now, which is interesting because my Self-Love Club with Lucy Davis page, I can. So maybe I'll start doing some videos on there. So yeah, lots of suggestions in here, and thank you for those. Really, really great. Lucy, can you do another video with Charlie? I was going to call him Charlie Ward. My answer is yes, of course I can do another video with Charlie Ward. I've done quite a lot of videos with Charlie. So what I'll do is I'll book in a slot with his assistant and I will do a video with him soon. Definitely. As soon as he can fit me in, we will do another video. And then what I will do is I will do a one-to-one video with Charlie on here, just get his perspective and get a bit of an update around that. Another good question is, Lucy, what is taking so long for you to do a session with Michelle Fielding? So I was due to be going to Michelle's a few weeks back. She actually got very sick. So I've just been giving her the space to do that. We do speak all of the time, and we will be doing some stuff together. It's just our diaries literally haven't allowed us to come back together on that as yet. She's super busy. I'm super busy. Obviously, I've got commitments with my programs and my business and things like that. So they have to be a priority. And then I've got certain slots that I can do for videos. Just hasn't been able to free up yet, but we are definitely still speaking about it. I also got some other suggestions from you, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. So I've whittled through those. I've cut all the other stuff that I did at the beginning of Sunday service, which was live. So for those of you that have got this far in the video, apologies, YouTube cut my video. They basically said that it wasn't going to happen. First and foremost, they stopped my live streaming whilst I was streaming. Then when I went back on, it was okay for a few minutes, and then my voice just disappeared. So I've had to do this as a video this time. I hope that it's okay. I apologize. It's probably nowhere near an hour. It's probably going to be like 20 minutes because I've rattled through it very quickly. And I haven't been able to give you feedback as we've been doing it. So I will do another Q&A session at some point, maybe in a month's time or whatever. I have the beautiful Maxine with me on Sunday next week. So do keep your eyes peeled. Fingers crossed it will work. If not, we will do a video again like we're doing right now. I love you guys to the moon and stars. Have the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of weekend. And I will see you in the week. Mwah. Lots of love, guys. You take care.